Well, it's lunchtime. What's up?
Show time.
Y'all, Greg is back. Y'all been asking about Greg. We was all worried about Greg. He back, y'all.
I'm in the building. Sup, chat.
Where everybody at? Come on in. Oh, see, this is how I remember. I got to turn Facebook on. I be forgetting. Facebook, here I come. I got to open the door. I got to open the door for our Facebook people. They locked out like D was that day. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Facebook has now got access. Let's go. What's up, y'all? It's lunchtime.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Anybody sing happy birthday to you yesterday, bro?
Diamond was, but they started having technical difficulties, so we ended up doing it.
Oh, okay.
But it was a great. It was all love. It was love all night. Yeah. Hey, look, everybody was worried about Greg. Greg. Tell you he's fine and whatever he wanted to say, but Greg will come up with a statement. So he ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. What's up, Shauna? Lauren said, "What up, Greg? We missed you. We thought Diddy had got to you." Hey, we thought that Diddler had got him, didn't we?
It just happened to well, I'll let you when you stop the press, I'll make a statement.
Got you. Yeah. We're gonna let everybody come in because everybody was worried. Lunchtime ain't the same without G Money.
I appreciate that.
Come on, sisters, y'all. She needs all the love she can get today. Prayers for Mona. What's up, Jen?
Who's Kingdom Fit 365? That's somebody new, right?
Yeah, shout out Kingdom Fit. They coming out for their grade, for their G Money.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna let a few more people get in here. What we got today? I know some of the couple of the biggest things is Stephen A. and LeBron and Bronny.
Definitely on the hot topics list.
I figured that. You know, I know you by now, Greg. I kind of know your hot topic. Okay, Lauren said, Lauren just checked you. Go ahead, Lauren. Check G Money. Talking about it's Kingdom Fit first time. Lauren said Kingdom Fit came in the chat a few times before. Greg.
Oh, okay.
Clock it, Lauren.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
My bad.
Lauren, get Greg together, Lauren. He missed the day. He come in immediately passing on fake news.
You know what, man? When I said it, the way he or she, I don't know if it's a male or female, but the way they came in like they've been here before.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's why. See, Lord, I ain't too far away from what I thought.
Oh, so Kingdom a Lyft driver, so not able to comment often. That's okay. Well, we glad to help you get to your Lyft rides. If you ever, I'm sure you be hearing me cussing out everybody, all the companies. I make sure all y'all get paid. That's this is the platform. So I didn't even know. Let me stop this damn jazz, this damn fake ass Michael Bolton. It's cool that I found out so many Lyft drivers and Uber drivers and Door Dashers and people that do this, do those jobs. So many of them listen to the show, and then I'll be going so hard for them to make sure they get paid, and these companies be trying to stiff their tips and all that, and it just feel good that they support me and riding through the hood, taking care of people, listening to the Flow Show. as I cuss everybody out. So appreciate it, Kingdom. So before we go any further, G Money, the chat was worried. What would you like to say, man? We just glad that you here.
Oh man, I definitely wish I could have, been here to be a part of the celebration, man. Anytime you make it around the sun another year, man, that's worth celebrating. You know what I'm saying? But I had a little personal, business that I had to go, get squared away, and that went successful. And now I'm back, man. So, I miss you guys.
All right, Greg. In other words, he ain't gonna tell y'all. So what's going on? That's Greg. Y'all know that's Greg. Greg Trump. You know them. You know them. The Republicans know how to give a statement, don't they?
Hey man, you got to keep a little mystique. You know what I'm saying? I'm Bosley around here, so.
Hey, look, we all know when you say business, we know it's some bullshit. We all had to go through some bullshit in this country. So we know the code. Hey, look, if you like us, you already know it. But that was understood, don't need to be explained. When he said when successful, that business when successful, that's all. That's all we want to hear. Because when business don't go successful, then you might not hear his voice today.
Yeah.
So great to have you back, Greg. Everybody praying for. Let's put some prayers in there. Put some prayers for the people, for our people in our community. So Greg, where you want to start off at? Do you got R. Kelly in your hot topics?
Yes.
Okay.
I got R. Kelly in the hot topics.
Absolutely. All right, cool. I hate that I can't play like clips without my stuff being hooked up where y'all hear it, because I wanted to play that R. Kelly singing, man, because I'm like, man, this is why I'd be so mad that they ruining our memories, because I was feeling it from the point when he said, I'm standing here looking in the mirror. I was like, oh, Kelly, Hey, R. Kelly was a cold when it came to music, man. I know.
What?
All that, man. R. Kelly is a genius, and man, I wanted to share that with y'all, and I wanted to play the clip so y'all really could feel me. But it was just like one of them instances where I just got to be real with y'all. I know all the craziness, but when I heard him singing on that podcast, it just made me think about back in the day. Like, man, how cold he is, but R. Kelly's music and a lot of other people's music it's like the chapters and the timelines of our lives. You know what I mean? And,
absolutely. I got an R. Kelly story too.
Yeah. Okay. So we gonna just flow right into it then. So, and so when A Woman's Fed Up came out, that was right around the time when my parents got divorced. I don't remember, 12. I can't remember how old I was, but 10, 11, 12, I don't know, in that range. And so my mom was bumping the hell out of any song that was talking about, nigga, I don't need you no more, or I was good and you ain't appreciated. And we like all of us, music is our, you know what I mean? It's our soul. So man, every time after that divorce, hey, look, Greg. See, when I hear, I'm standing here looking in the mirror, and R. Kelly and he's saying, damn, my mom loved the fact of thinking about my dad looking in the mirror saying, I done effed up. And dad, don't be mad at me, because when you're the man of the house, once you get skedaddled and went and did you, I had to rock with my mom because I was just happy the songs was getting her through. I'm singing them with her. It's my dad. I love my dad. But you know how it is with your mom. I'm like, all that song, all any song like that, my mom would play that. I come home from school, I hear that. When a woman's fed up, I said, "Oh, my mom in there. My mom in there. It's time to go ahead and talk about my
She in
dad
her
like,
bag.
oh, yeah, ma. He ain't gonna be nothing without you, ma. You know, dad. Hey, dad, I gotta give you the backstory. I had to support moms. You know how it is. That's why I don't ever be mad at my son. And I don't put him in position because, man, you gonna stand up for moms. You know, as a dad,
Absolutely.
my dad always raised me like that. My dad said, man, I'm your dad, but I ain't gonna never be your mom. Meaning, I understand that your mom is your mom. You know what I mean? And that ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, and so just say that with all this crap, memories that used to be good memories, because you know my mom and dad cool today, and you know what I mean. You get past all of that, and we always stay, you know, together in some way, shape, or form. So you know, there just be times you go through. But when I'm hearing when one of the women's fed up, I'm it's not what people think, and I'm thinking about, you know, what we went through and how we got through that time, and you know that was a song that, you know, it was Dad, it was Mary J. Blige. I'm going down. Oh, that hey, we had a soundtrack, baby, to get my mom. We got through it. It was me, my sister, my brother, and my mother. We be giving concerts about how much my dad ain't gonna be able to move on without, you know, it's just silly, but it's all love and grace. So
Right.
So
yeah,
shout out to Mr. and Mrs. White.
Absolutely. I love Mom Dukes and Pops.
Yeah,
it's just
cool
so
people.
happened
Yeah,
I
Greg know both of them. So
yeah. I got more experience with Pops than I do Moms. But yeah, Pops is he a handful, man.
See, that's why. Hey, look, they think I'm no filter. Greg, no, I'm a cupcake. He know where the real no filter come from.
Man. Pops ain't nothing to play with, man. For real.
I remember back in the old Twitter era, my dad only tweeted like a couple times a month, and he used to get banned and all. I'd be like, what did you say, Dad? He'd be calling out some political stuff. I didn't even know you could get banned back then on Twitter. My dad stayed in Twitter jail. And my dad corporate. So that I gotta let y'all know, I gotta give y'all some context. My dad is not like just my dad is corporate, college, got all kind of degrees, been in corporate world since young 20s. He that, but he is unfiltered. I'm PG. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm PG compared to my dad.
Yeah, his and ours, we got some intellect to our, you know, our moments, but his is he different. He different, bro. He different.
So shout out to Harold Sr., the original no filter.
Yeah,
he taught me how to. That's why I'm a sailor, cussing sailor. And my dad, he never thought of an F-bomb that he couldn't flip and turn it into. He make an F-bomb. He turned into 4-5 different words the way he could use it. But go ahead, Greg. Let's get into R. Kelly, man. What you had to say about R. Kelly? That was a crazy. I don't know if y'all saw it. I ain't gonna spill the story, but it's R. Kelly was singing to somebody on a podcast. Go ahead, Greg. What'd you have on the R. Kelly?
Yeah, man. R. Kelly called into these two young ladies' podcast to sing "Happy Birthday" and just went crazy. He just went crazy, bro. I got to listen to that, man. I almost wanted to put it on the big speaker and just let it go, man. I'm like, man, how can we get these females out the way and just hear nothing but the sounds that's coming through the jail phone? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just to hear R. Kelly, you know, despite, and of course we condone all that was not, I guess you can't even say allegedly because he was prosecuted,
right,
and is in jail now. But you know, like you were saying earlier, you can't. A talent is a talent is a talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And despite what that talent may have done that painted himself in such a negative, we condone all of that. But you can't condone what you hear, in your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't just make that just go away. And when you hear something that sounds good to you, no matter what a person may have done. I mean, it may just depending. I mean, if you do something like, too crazy, then you might be able to tune it out. But and what he did was crazy, crazy, crazy. But man, that man's voice is angelic, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I got an R. Kelly story, man. I was in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my fraternity, we had like a fraternity basketball game against another fraternity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after the game, it probably was about 6 or 7 of us still like in the gym nursing wounds. And all of a sudden, the doors flew open. And it was R. Kelly in the public announcement, bro.
For real?
Like,
and the
R.
public
Kelly.
announcement.
This was before he was just straight R. Kelly.
I remember the public. I remember. I'm
right.
saying that's vintage R. Kelly days. R.
Right.
Kelly in the public announcement. No, you know, I was
Right.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Damn, that's what I'm saying. That's classic.
Yes, bro. So we sitting there, we still ain't really realizing who they just came into the gym. And then my boy looked over. He like, man, is that Cali? We looked, and man, we end up, man, this was the craziest. We end up, R. Kelly like, what y'all doing? Lace him up. He come in talking crazy, bro. In about 20 minutes, the word got around campus that R. Kelly was in the gym. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, it was standing room only. The gym was completely packed, bro. Completely packed. And so we hooping against R. Kelly and the public announcement. And let it be known, man, R. Kelly had game.
Yeah, I heard.
Bro.
Back in the day.
He was giving us the bit. I mean, we was giving him the business too, but he definitely was giving us the business. And at the end of it, bro, he put on like a mini concert in front of every man. Females was falling out, like out, like out like a lamp, like a light, bro. I was like, and this was before, he had the hits. This is when, if you know R. Kelly in public announcement, he had some hits back then, but not like the hits he had as R. Kelly, man. But yeah, man, R. Kelly came to our school. He was just in Nashville at the time and came up to our campus and ended up in the gym, wanted to hoop, looking for somewhere to play. They like, go to the gym. They be in there hooping all the time. Next thing we know, man, we was balling against R. Kelly. Man, crazy thing ever, bro.
Exactly. And see, the whole purpose of this is we've been saying it time and time again, with all these cases and all this trifling stuff these artists, R. Kelly included, have been caught up in. It has destroyed so much music. Mm-hmm. Even if you can have your moment, like I had my moment earlier, you enjoy it, where that second, but you can't even enjoy it for a second without thinking about all the freaky deaky stuff, just in general, because now it's all lumped together. Not only am I thinking about, after I'm thinking about the R. Kelly stuff, but then it make me think about the Diddy, the this, and the that, and I'm like, man. And when you think about it, these are all the top people in our little generation era music that we listen to. And so it's just crazy. Even Jodeci, even though they didn't get caught up in them, I'm just saying, luckily we got Jodeci, but look at Jodeci. it been a lot going on with Jodeci, with KC in the hospital, like the health thing. It's been a lot going on. Can't even enjoy them as much as we used to because it's been a lot going on with them. So it's like, man, it's something else, bro.
It's almost like if it's not something that they did that's crazy, it's the fact that they didn't have enough discipline to not get strung out on drugs. So it's either or. It's like drugs came into their lives and pretty much ruined them. So, you know, the good music that, like you said, we was used to, fell in love with, you can't even really appreciate, you know, the artistry. Because like you say, every time you think about somewhere, you hear something, you can't enjoy it because the other stuff comes to your brain like, oh man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't
ain't
even
used to that.
Right. Even Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All them hits that, like you said, in another episode that it was kind of like the backdrop to us growing up. It was the music in the background. And most of those individuals, we can't even really enjoy their music anymore because of the shenanigans, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And then if it's not some type of strung out on drugs, if it ain't they caught up in some freaky Hollywood mess, for the small percentage that stayed clean, they are connected to it. You know what I mean? So, perfect example, KC and Jodeci. You know, they ain't been caught up in nothing crazy. I haven't heard, you know what I mean, them doing nothing. They seem like a regular career. But every time you see a Diddy documentary, they talking about how Diddy produced and put out Jodeci, you know, in that early Diddy stages. And so then you start thinking about Diddy. If you really a music connoisseur, you know what I mean, of the R&B, of the hip hop, of just music in general, because I listen to everything. But if you're a connoisseur, it's like when I hear Casey and JoJo, I'm probably gonna think about something connected to Diddy too. So it's just like it's no freaking way around it, and it's crazy, especially for somebody like me, who music has always been top of my list of things I enjoy. You know, when I was 4 or 5 years old, I think it was tapes back then. I was asking for tapes for my birthday, like not just toys. I would get some toys, but I really like music. I would sit there and be listening to rap music, 4 or 5 years old, knowing the words from beginning to end of every song that ever came out, starting from that young. So as the eras go on and the memories pile up, and then all this stuff happened, man, it hit me like a ton of bricks, bro.
Yeah. And it's like it's like everybody, you know, it's not everybody, but it's like if you really think about it, even like, you know, from hip hop on down, I was watching something and they were talking about Boogie Down Production. And you know, Scott LaRock being like that first one that they said may have been taken out because he was a truth teller and he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't one who would back down from, you know, the higher ups. And basically to this day, they said that probably caused him, you know, to be unalived, allegedly. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's then you look at Biggie, then you look at Tupac, then you go to Michael Jackson, Prince. You know, it's like all our music heroes had some kind of taint on them in some kind of way, man. And I just, you know, it's just so unfortunate when you really think about it, you know? So, yeah, man, I mean, all we got is memories, you know what I'm saying?
And I told, hey, look, and you know, we keep it real. I keep it real. Listen, I enjoyed that little singing R. Kelly did on that podcast so much. And I know with all this stuff going on, you know, you just try not to, you know, you try to separate and be like, I'm not even, you know, I don't want to hear it for real. But I was enjoying. I said, man, I have to tell. We got to talk about this because I got to tell the chat. It's almost like a freak off, like a alcohol anonymous. You know, you just got to come to the round table and say, hey, y'all, earlier today, R. Kelly was singing, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And I know it's all this crazy stuff going on, but I couldn't enjoy it and not tell y'all. I ain't that phony. I don't have that in me. Like, I just got to keep it real. Like, I know it all, and that be the struggle because you be thinking all that crazy stuff, but then you get caught up in the song, and then, like you said, it's sounding angelic. And next thing I know, I'm thinking about all these memories, and all. I'm like, man, I gotta tell the chat, y'all, I gotta come clean. I was in I was vibing to the R. Kelly earlier. Go ahead, Gary.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
I can't front, bro. I was vibing too, bro. I was because I didn't know what I was getting. I didn't know if it was somebody, you know, because it was too late. I've never seen the two young ladies before. Apparently, they got a popular, you know, podcast or whatnot, but I've never seen them before. So when I saw the highlights, I'm like, who? R. Kelly? I'm like, man, why they swooping us? You know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing. I was looking crazy too. Like, here they go, some R. Kelly mess.
Right. And next thing I know,
I'm standing there looking in the mirror. I said, see, that was a song when my mom used to sing. That when my dad was gone. We'd be in the kitchen. She had a broom and sweeping. And long as I was singing that song with her, I knew I ain't had to clean up. You know, I was always trying to finesse.
You had an alternative motive, huh?
Kelly. I've seen the hell out of R. Kelly. I do not want to take this trash out, Mom, so I'm over here with you. When a woman's fed up and I'm not big. Oh, and my mom be looking dead in my eyes when them singing them songs. I was picturing my dad looking in the mirror.
Right.
You know, like I messed up. So that's my truth. And don't y'all be enjoying some of this freaky music off chat, and don't be admitting it when y'all come into the chat either.
Yeah, you know they do.
Y'all better keep it real.
Yeah, you know they do.
But go ahead, Greg. What we got, Greg? Hot topics.
Man, there's so much crazy stuff going on, man. I know you probably wore Diddy out.
No Diddy.
Earlier on the show. Man, what Diddy did now, man? So Diddy's legal team has responded to yet another lawsuit and is denying all claims. Prosecutors accused the mogul of obligating employees. One, they claim he forced to have sex with them, to work long hours under the threat of physical, financial, and reputational harm, per the Hollywood Reporter. The new indictment doesn't contain new charges or victims. However, it expands upon allegations over the method of the alleged enterprise through which he assaulted and trafficked women with the help of his various businesses. The indictment alleges Combs maintained control over workers at his various businesses and that he allegedly caused these employees to believe they would be harmed or lose their jobs if they did not comply with his demands. With respect to one employee, Combs used physical force, psychological harm, financial harm, and reputational harm, and or threats of the same to cause the employees to engage in sex act. The indictment alleged Combs maintained control over workers at his various businesses and that he allegedly caused these employees to believe that they would be harmed or lose their jobs if they did not comply with his demands. With respect to one employee, Combs used physical force. What is that? Okay. Diddy will head to the courthouse to be arraigned for the new charges next week. His trial is scheduled to start on May 5th. according to his attorney, Mark Angifello. Is that his attorney? Mark Angifello?
Mm-hmm.
So basically what I'm reading from this is they teeing up. They teeing up. Right. The prosecution is teeing up, and they're getting prepared, and they're just giving us little breadcrumbs along the way. But if they're not, putting forth any new charge, they're expanding on the already RICO charges. It sounds like they're trying to firm up that RICO charge, man. They about to take Diddy out, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, you damn Skippy.
They about to take Diddy out of here.
Yeah, they not playing like this. You basically kind of said what I said earlier. It's funny that everybody understands how serious this is, I think, except Diddy.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah. Like, I don't think, because I'm looking at the motions they filing. I'm talking about the defense. I'm looking at, the statements they making. I'm just looking at how they're going about it. They're not going about it like business, like strategic, taking it as serious as it is, mixing in some compassion, considering what the charges are and what's been said. And if you even think about like OJ, his defense team, like he had a defense team he paid a lot of money for or whatever, and it was fighting some crazy charges that he looked guilty as hell on paper. And so his defense team was like an oiled machine the way they operated. You look at Diddy's, what they doing, man, he don't got a chance. Even if the prosecution and feds wasn't as tight as they are, Diddy would be done the way he going about it. But you dealing with the feds and you playing around and just throwing stuff up against the wall. You're going to go against the feds and throw stuff against the wall and see what stick. That's your game plan. That ain't going to work, bro. He cooked. He going to get worse than what he would have got if he had a real legal defense. He going to get more time. Watch. Because he playing.
And you got to think about it. A person like Diddy, who has had the kind of power he has had for over 2 decades, right? Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there, maybe a little bit longer. 6 months, 6-7 months, that mentality is not going to just vanish. I don't care, what you got going on, especially when you in the fight for your life. So what you were saying earlier about everybody else can kind of see what's going on, or what's looking like is getting ready to happen going forward. I really truly believe that he is in there thinking like, y'all counting me out, but I think I'm gonna be on the other side of this at the end of the day, where he ain't paying attention, or he is paying attention, but he's not really like, coming to reality with all the things that's in front of him that he's going to have to overcome in order to, see the light of day again. And I think when he looks at it, it's probably so huge of a mountain that he got to climb. The only thing he can do is act like it's not really affecting him. When we all know deep down inside, when he land in that cell at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and he ain't in the California super duper king anymore, he got to be like, man, this is really what my life is getting ready to come to. I guess so. Because the last time I looked at the evidence, it was so much of it to the point where how can I overcome it? I really can't. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know he having no moments. Cause ain't no butlers, ain't nobody, brushing his hair, and ain't nobody holding his umbrellas, ain't nobody, driving him.
Wait. Stop the presses. She done popped in here.
Who is Dorothy?
Mon Dukes. She probably tried to sneak around. So I'm just gonna let y'all know. Just so y'all know, that's my mom got caught. She probably was scrolling on Facebook and messed around and clicked something. So y'all can all show my mom some love when y'all want to. But there she is.
That's hilarious.
That's her emoji.
Bro.
That's her emoji. So y'all can say hello and say what's up and hi and show her love however y'all want to on Facebook. But I'm sure she made a mistake and clicked something because I don't think she meant to leave whatever this is.
You just sub Mom Dukes to the chat, bro.
Yeah, because they love Mama. Everybody love Mama Flo. So while she creeping around, she gonna get this love. Go ahead and send her a message on Facebook, y'all. Tell her y'all love her when y'all want to. But there she is, sweetest lady ever.
Wow.
Got caught up in the chat. I wasn't gonna never bust her out till she bust herself out. So since she here,
that's funny.
Yeah.
She done came to here when we talking about the Diddler too. She about to get
she came here. We talking about Diddler. The Diddler. Hey mom, we talking about Diddler.
She about to get a taste of what her son be up to on a regular basis.
Scooping around and then click something. You know how that happen. Greg,
absolutely.
You been click something.
And she here now.
Yeah, man, go ahead, huh?
I said she here now. Let's let her, hear what we be up to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, Diddy, man, I'm almost diddied out because I'm ready to see what's really going on. May 5th. I know we got another big, announcement coming this month, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Another big announcement.
Yeah, we got a big announcement. That's definitely gonna be breaking news once they start putting out. What do you call it?
The Enterprise letter.
Correct. Yes, the Enterprise letter. So yeah, I mean, I'm ready to just kind of see what Diddy been up to, man, over the past, 2-3 decades. See how many folks he didn't hindered or hurt or intimidated or, whatever the case may be, man, because, once again, what's in the dark comes to light. As, they say, like, you can't hide it, man. It's gonna come to the light. I mean, even I remember when I was young, when you're young and you when you out here, you're cheating, you're doing crazy stuff, you think you're the man. And I've never known anybody to cheat and never got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the statement is true. What's in the dark does come to the light, man. So
every time.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward, not really looking forward to it because it's gonna be, crazy. I'm just looking forward to, people getting their just due.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
But yeah, man. Stephen A.
Stephen A. Wait, hey, we're gonna call him Stephen A. Wait a minute, right now.
Stephen A. stood up like he was about to get that LeBron love, and LeBron turned Akron, Southside Akron on him, didn't he?
That's that Ohio, Akron, Cleveland energy. That's how we do. We don't do no talking. You can say what you want about LeBron, whatever. When it come to our children or just us standing on business, we ain't gonna say no warning. We don't care if we in the middle of a basketball game and everybody watching. We're going to pull up to your toes and tell you about yourself, about our kids. And that's what you've seen on full display. Matter of fact, through all the stories I tell y'all how we are in Cleveland, you just seen it. Cleveland and Akron is basically brother and sister. That's how we do. We pull up, we check you face to face. We ain't doing no typing and all that. We going right to your face and telling you what you will and will not say about my son going forward. And I was glad to see that. Like I said, that's where I come from. That's how we are. You know, we're gonna let a lot of stuff slide. We're not pulling up for stupid reasons in Cleveland, in Ohio. At least not the ones I'm talking about. We pulling up for stuff like that. And like people were saying, it was like Stephen A was like, I wish he would have called me. I wish he would have did that. I'm sure he felt like he wish you would have called him before you start talking about his damn son. And I know it's media and I know it's journalists, but when you're talking about somebody's child, prepare for that parent to come to say something. I don't care. You know, when it comes to a child, you can throw all your logic and titles out the window. I've always felt that because I think LeBron handles it pretty good because I don't care what the world think about what I'm doing for my son. And so I wouldn't have enough cuss out in me for the whole world if I was LeBron. So when people be getting mad at him, I'm like, well, shit, you don't want to see me and what y'all gonna have opinions about my son. I be pulling up to everybody all day long. They be like, Flo, sit down. I'm pulling up to everybody. So as far as that go, I agree with LeBron as far as, you know, when it comes to your child, I ain't gonna tell nobody what they should and shouldn't do and what they should speak up for or not. Because I know about mine, I'm gonna pull up. And I ain't gonna care who tell me I shouldn't pull up. So what you think, Greg?
I don't think it's just Ohio. I think it's, you know, not just, I mean, Ohio is Ohio, but I think when it comes to your child, now, in one sense, Stephen A has a job to do because, you know, that's his job. He critiques players, you know, good or bad, you know. But the thing that I think that bothers LeBron the most is how much they do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it seems to me sometimes they do it and it turns a little personal. They don't keep it on what it should be. You know,
Right.
Analyze, critique the sport that the individual is playing and keep it there. When it starts to be a little bit overboard, almost it to me it started to seem like they was using Bronny as a punching bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this young kid, you know, first of all, however he got to the NBA, he got to the NBA. You don't be trying, okay, if his dad, you know what I'm saying? If his dad did whatever he needed to do to make sure his son got to the NBA and live out his dreams, shut up, because if you was in his dad's position and it was your son, you would have did the same thing and quit acting like you wouldn't have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We see people get some jobs for their family and friends all day long, and that's what I don't like about it, Greg. And see, that's the difference between our platform and a lot of these other platforms. We're gonna say what everybody don't want to come out and say. All these people crying about LeBron's son getting a job in the NBA and thinking because LeBron did this, LeBron did. We all do that. Everybody do that. Matter of fact, it ain't got to be our son. Greg, if your son need a job, I got the hookup. Hey, Greg, tell him go see, when he put in his application, tell him to put Mr. Johnson on there. That's my guy. He gonna look out for him. You know, as long as your son still gotta perform. You know what I mean? Your son still gotta go in there and knock out the interview, and he still had to do all the work it took to even get the credentials. That's what we do. Well, you're gonna be mad at me for helping my son or Greg's son or anybody else's son? We do it all the time. Who ain't helped somebody get a job before? Like, I hate when the world act brand new. If you're gonna have a problem with it, have a problem with it, but don't sit up here and act like it ain't done all day long, every day. A lot of my jobs came from somebody speaking up for me, huh?
Absolutely. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, you know, Stephen A just did it to Shannon. Shannon fired at Fox, you know, out here in the wind. Stephen A make some phone calls, have some conversations with folks, and next thing you know, Shannon's on ESPN. So, you know what I'm saying?
Leave so for boy alone.
Yeah, man, you can't. I really, you know what I felt like, bro, when I seen LeBron do that? I felt like a proud father moment. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
You know, as a man, as a father, you know, despite what the situation is, I felt like that needed to be done to Stephen A, you know, from LeBron, to help others to understand that if you don't stick to your job and do what your job entails, and you cross the line and do things that you know you're not supposed to be saying or doing, this can happen to you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with y'all out here. Don't be crossing the line, doing too much. If you do too much, I'm going to be in your face and I'm going to give you that verbal warning. Keep my sons, if it ain't business, keep his name out of your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, man. I felt it too, Greg, because I always looked at it. Now, I understand people being a little upset. Nobody likes to see people get preferential treatment, especially when they already, you know, well off, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can understand a little bit of the jealousy or the little bit of whatever, like a little bit. I can understand it. Like you said, it's the people going overboard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I agree totally with it. Like, I'm not mad at somebody who voicing their opinion about it or saying, you know, whatever. Everybody right to their opinion. But when you piling on a kid, like you forgetting that he's a kid, it's not necessary. And it did feel good as a father who will pull up for my son and been like that all his life. He know it, and everybody especially in Cleveland, know it. But the way I started feeling like they was piling on Bronny, and I kind of lived through LeBron and him going to Stephen A and checking. I'm like, it made me feel good. I ain't in the family, you know what I'm saying? But it just made me feel, because I understand sometimes it ain't about Stephen A. Smith. Sometimes it ain't about the NBA. Sometimes you ain't doing it. It ain't even about LeBron James. Sometimes you pulling up just so your son know I will pull up. And when you doing it for that reason, you don't give a damn what nobody think about it. I ain't gonna go into the story. I remember a barber destroyed my son's hair when he was 5 years old. And I asked his mom, I said, you know, don't take him to this barber. You know, I don't even want to go into it. Long story short, his mom still took him there to this whatever barber. And when she took him to the barber that second time, I was like, okay, bet. I ain't about to go back. I never was the one going back and forth with no woman. And once, okay, she gonna do that, I'm gonna go over her head. I went to the barbershop. I had to wait over the weekend. Went to the barbershop. I said, hey, man, don't cut my son's hair no more, man. He said, well, she brought him in here. I said, man, I'm not about to argue with her. I understand your point, but I'm just saying you don't cut his hair no more. I'm just man to man. And then he's trying to get, I said, dude, I ain't really asking you. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? I take care of it, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to meet, we man to man. You know how we are about our sons. And he was like, well, what you going to do if she take him somewhere else you don't like? I said, then I'm going to go tell him the same thing. And I'll go to every fucking barbershop in Cleveland till they know don't touch my son's head. And guess what? He never cut my son's hair again. And every time my son got haircuts, I was pretty much there to do it. Now, a lot of people might be like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? You wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a father got to let people know you're just not going to do whatever you want with my son. And your son need to see that. And so I understand LeBron, you know what I mean? Or whatever when it comes to a child, because when you're doing stuff for your child, you know your child. You know what your child needs. And you know, sometimes, just like Bronny, just like my son, they raised so happy and they got good environments. You know how we raise our children. And they normally, they kind of walk, they don't want to say nothing. They're not confrontational. They level like we want them to be. But sometimes, so it's like, you know what? I know Bronny ain't going to say it, but I want Bronny to know that dad got his back, because I'm sure LeBron ain't pulled up like that in a long time for Bronny. You know, so sometimes you gotta let your son know dad still got your back. And so that's the part I think some people don't realize. Like, it ain't about Stephen A. It ain't about nobody. A lot of times that's what LeBron was sending that message to his son to let him know, hey, I know it's tough out there, but I still got your back. I don't care how. If this NBA Laker uniform, all that don't mean nothing if you ain't right. And that's why he did it, in my opinion. That's why he did it right on the court, right in front of everybody, right before the game, letting them know, don't none of this shit mean anything if you fucking with my son.
Yeah, I agree, bro. And, you know, when you be in those kind of moments, man, because I done been in them kind of moments too, where I didn't almost had to like tear somebody's head off because they really understood where I was coming from, but they was acting like they didn't understand. And what happens with you is almost like it's an outer body experience that comes over you. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them feelings that you didn't even know was in you. But in those moments, it comes. It'd be like, it's almost like you one word away.
Yeah.
One action away from, I don't know what's about to happen here.
Exactly. You know in the middle of the barbershop. Next thing you know, you in the middle of the barbershop, Greg. And,
right.
And the dude was in the chair. It was an old man. I remember like it was yesterday. He turned the old man. He said, the barber was like, man, what you think? He gonna put the dude he was cutting, he gonna put him in the, he said, man, what you think about this? He said, I think that's a father standing up for his son. I said, good answer. Exactly what it is. And he said, I got you, bro. And I never had a problem again. So it wasn't like every day I had to pull up on people. You know what I mean? Like I never had to do that again, ever. Because people already knew, but it took that moment to know, like, no, I don't bother nobody. I ain't gonna bother you. But when it comes to my son, I will act a fool. So I ain't have to do nothing after that. Everything was cool. You know, we never had no more issues. But nah, anything else I got opinions on. But I don't got no opinion about nobody standing up for their child, because I ain't the one to talk. You know what I'm saying? Man, I know what I do. You know, so
I think. Yeah, I don't really see nobody coming to Stephen A's defense, from what I can tell. You know what I'm saying? Because all the fathers in the world understand that particular moment when LeBron stopped in his tracks, looked him dead in his eyes, and said exactly what he wanted to say, continued to look him in his eyes, and then walked away.
Yep. Yeah. You peeped the whole way. It was handled. If you ain't peeped the whole strategy, it was more than just a statement. Like you said, Greg, it was the stance, it was the pause, it was look through your soul, and you could see the fear from the back of Stephen A's head. That's when you know something resonating, because you could tell from the back of Stephen A's head that he was all ears for whatever hell LeBron was telling him. He's like,
and he wasn't prepared.
Like, so explain to me. I'm listening hard, LeBron, because I really want to know how I can keep my ass from being grass. And he was fully attentive. Shout out to Brian.
Right, and he wasn't prepared for it, and you could just tell how LeBron said what he said, but Stephen A really didn't process it until LeBron walked away and Stephen set his ASS down in his chair.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's like,
all I saw was the back of Stephen A's head. It was like had a little shake to it. You know, you can't see what the face is saying, but the back of that head, that little nervous shake. I was like, he understand. Hey, look, when they say you feel me knocking, he understand what was going on. He felt every word, like you said. It didn't register until the mile was gone. And then Stephen A. today talking about what he would have said. You know, like, I get you, bro. But let me say, Shauna's sister is supposed to be in here or something. Shout out to Shauna's sister. Why you keep saying Shauna's sister? Does she got a name?
Amy.
Amy.
I welcome Amy up in here. We welcome her in here.
So which one is, because we got Amy. So we got two Amy's.
It's Amy from Facebook.
Okay, all right. Hey, Amy from Facebook, Shauna's sister.
Yeah,
just wanted to shout you out because I know she's been working hard to get into the chat.
Yeah, she's in here now.
Okay, she in here now. Okay, Amy. Shout out to you, Amy. Glad you made it in here. That's how I am. Sometimes you know this technology, you be like, shit, I just try again tomorrow. And tomorrow, and one day I'm gonna crack this code and get in here. So
yeah, I see why Amy up in here with dialogue too. She ain't just sitting on the sidelines. Amy got some opinions.
Hey, look, you know, Amy and Shauna, I got a feeling when they family get together, it's some opinions going around.
Yeah, it's going down.
They ain't shy about sharing their opinions.
Yeah, it's going down.
I think that's why we all comfortable. I think we all come from them families that's gonna speak their mind.
Yeah, I can tell how Shanna was talking about, you know, when she wasn't doing the stuff that she was supposed to be doing when she was little, how her moms and them was like our moms and them. You know yeah. They wasn't spared the ride on her either. You know what I'm talking about?
These kids got it good, don't they, Greg?
Oh, what?
I was telling my boy, I said, man, the times are so different now how we raise our kids. I said, back in my day, our day, you had to be careful how many times you even open the refrigerator. Like, period. You know what I mean? It wasn't like these days, you know how these kids just swing on it all day long or whenever they want and we don't care. Man, when we was coming up, first of all, there was a certain age you had to be as a kid to even go to the refrigerator on your own and just grab stuff. So that was one thing. But even once you finally hit that age, and I don't know if the age was 12 or 11, 13, I don't know what the age was. But once you got to that age, don't be seen going back and forth in that kitchen. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to see what you're getting. But you ain't about to be eating my mama and them out of house and home. So I'll be saying these kids got like the littlest things that these kids are able to do is night and day from us. And it's like it was a totally different world because I'll be looking like, man, I still be thinking about it every time I swing on the refrigerator, even though I got the right to swing on it when you old, but I still be thinking like when I was a kid, like shit, when you go, you better get what you want so you don't have to go back because the multiple trips to the kitchen and swing on that refrigerator was no dice.
And bro, no matter what, you can try to be sneaky. It's almost like they had cameras before there were cameras.
Yeah, they didn't need cameras.
They didn't need cameras, bro. It was crazy. Like you would sneak and they'd be like from in the back of the house. What you doing in that refrigerator?
Hell yeah. So you was like me, Greg, mad that why I always got to make that little pop noise when you open it. You know what I'm saying? Be trying to open it like, you trying to like,
man.
And it's like you said, Greg, what you get out my refrigerator.
Yes, my refrigerator. Because
get out my refrigerator. I just mopped my floor. Why you walking on? I just mopped my floor.
I just vacuumed my floor. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It was, man, that's just funny. So I get a kick out of like seeing how our kids is able to come and go, and they have no clue. I said, man,
even down to like cleaning the room, bro. I could not leave out the house. I got so programmed to the point where even now to this day, bro, I do not leave the house without my bed being made, the whole 9 yards, because it was so drilled into me growing up where if it wasn't right, all the fun that I could have had, I was not going to have. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Hey, look, my mom, and I bet you everybody did this too. That y'all had the note leavers when they used to leave notes, all the stuff you had to do before you could go outside, like your mom at work. Man, some days, Greg,
before text messages, bro. It was the text messages of those days.
It was the word. It was the paper. Hey, Greg, when my mom was feeling good, it'd be that little note be. You ain't be mad. You'd be like, okay, I'll knock that out. But when my mom was mad and she wanted to leave some work for you, man, you be shuffling through them papers like how you sound when we wait for you to tell us what the next story is. It'd be 3 pages. You got to mop this and do this and take the trash. You be like, oh, my.
And then at the end, it'd be like, if it's not done by the time I get home, I'm belt to ASS.
Yeah. Look, the threats come already. You ain't even had time to mess up yet. And it'd be like, love, Mom. You don't love me with this 5 pages of work you just left me. It's sunny outside. All the kids playing. I used to be jealous of the kids that didn't have to do shit. They just wake up and run out the house. Remember those kids?
Yes, bro.
Those kids. They just wake up, yawn, and hit the road, be playing football. And I gotta see them outside while I'm in here taking the trash out, vacuuming the floor. You gotta do your work before you can leave. Your sister get off the bus at this time. You better not be late. Or that's short. It was like. But it was all good. It was fun times. But definitely, I get a kick out of it. Like I just get a kick out of it like that. Like y'all got it so much easier. And now I see what our parents used to say when they used to say what they went through. It's just kind of like a natural progression, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I guess our kids gonna one day tell their kids what effed up rules or stuff that we did. You know what I'm saying? That they get away with. So
absolutely,
it's all good.
Because I remember it was 2 things that I dreaded when I was little. Like you say, I used to be jealous too because I couldn't go out until everything was done that I was supposed to do, and that was even when she wasn't there. It was almost like, don't do it just because I'm not there. Try to just go out and do what you want to do. And don't get this done before you do it. So we never even tried to cross that line. But the other thing that I used to be jealous about that I couldn't participate in, where we lived at, they had street lights, right? You remember how the street lights?
Oh yeah, you got to be in before the street light. Yep, go ahead.
And I used to I used to be in my bedroom looking out the window, and them same kids that used to run out and not have to do nothing and be out playing football. As soon as the sun come up, they would be the ones out there, playing basketball, dribbling up and down, talking, panning on each other up under the
out
street
all
light.
night.
And bro, I used to be so jealous of that, man. But here's the crazy part to it, though. Them same kids that we was jealous of ended up being the troubled adults.
It did work out like that. You ain't never lied. You ain't
You know
never
what I'm
lied.
saying? They
You ain't
end up
never
being the
lied.
ones who got in trouble, who, end up being unalived, just all of that. And to this day, like even when I go back to my old neighborhood, and then I talk to them same kids, it's crazy when you talk to them because they would say things like, we knew you was going to do something with your parents made sure that you. And at the time though, they used to be clowning you like your mama won't even let you come outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, they used to be clowning me. They used to be clowning me.
Yes,
hey,
bro.
Look, I had got a basketball, back in the day, the people that had the basketball hoop in their backyard, your
I
house
had
was
one.
Okay, so your house was the spot.
Yes.
So, but most of the people in our neighborhood that had the hoops, their parents was so cool that they just let anything go. But see, mine was different. So it used to be crazy because they'll pull up, start shooting. My mom be like, "They out there shoot. You ain't cleaned your room. You ain't vacuumed. You ain't did nothing. You better tell them to get their ass out of there, or I'm gonna tell them." I'll be like, "Damn!" And these the cool kids. You ain't like to have to tell the cool kids they had to roll. It made you look like a little nerdy mama's boy. Had to go outside. Hey y'all gotta leave, but you can come back in like 2 hours when I get done doing my chores. They be like, man, you know how they talk about you. They
mama's boy.
Yeah, mama's boy. Harold, they can't do nothing. I used to be like, oh, I hated I had the hoop. I said my family ain't cool enough for to have a hoop because some people had the hoop. They parents were so cool. It'd be 30 niggas over there playing basketball, and the parents ain't even there, and the son ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you experienced that, but in my neighborhood, if you had a hoop, say like you had a hoop, right, Greg?
Yeah.
All right, say you and your mom, everybody in the house, y'all go out to eat, right? Ain't nobody home. Y'all pull up. It's 20 of us in the yard playing basketball hard as fuck. I said, man, ain't that crazy?
Man, you know how many times we would leave and come back and pull up and kids was jumping fences at a rampant pace because they was hooping when we wasn't there. Man, they used to come, until finally, my dad had to kind of, when all the kids was actually there, he came outside one day and was like, if I come back home and y'all back here playing basketball again, belt to ASS to all of y'all, because I know all your mamas, I know all your daddies. So what I'm gonna do to y'all, they gonna be okay with, because you're not supposed to be in my yard when I'm not there. And after that, it was over. You know what I'm saying?
That happened to us, Greg. We was at somebody like a house like yours with the dad, and you could tell because they took care of their stuff. The certain houses where they ain't playing. It was at that house. And it was the same thing. A couple of times he let it slide. We was just getting flagrant. And like you said, I remember that time the dad came out and basically said the same thing. And we never did that no more. But as kids, man, that just show you need parents, man. Because as a kid, you don't be thinking logical. I'm like, how we gonna be all playing in these people's yard, tearing up their grass, all on their hoop when they ain't even here and the sun ain't even here.
Right.
That's crazy. I feel crazy thinking about it, but we was playing, bro.
We was playing, man.
That basketball was just like, look, I take this punishment, but I need the hoop.
I really never even had the opportunity to, because I mean, I probably like for whatever reason, I think it might have been like one or two houses in our neighborhood with a basketball hoop, and we was one of them, and then the other one was another kid, but no, you know, he wasn't really a popular kid, so nobody
Right, so they
really
ain't
wanted.
play there. That's how it was. It was only
Yeah,
about 2 or 3 hoops per neighborhood. Like it wasn't
mhm.
everybody didn't have one.
Right,
I got mine
right.
for my birthday. Like it had to be a special occasion to get a hoop. And for me, it was my birthday.
Yeah. That's when I got mine for my
See,
birthday.
that was a big gift that you had to use a birthday gift to get that.
Absolutely.
You wasn't
I
just in
came
the middle of any time just like, hey, I want a basketball hoop. Shoot, you better
and
be your
and and,
birthday. But
and
hey,
mine's
you just
on the garage too. So
me
they had
too.
to literally come out and put it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So look though,
yeah.
Greg, I'm glad this Shy Tom brought this up. I talked about it in the earlier show, but the earlier show I kind of just talked about it. I played the clip of Sam Bankman-Fried, the cryptocurrency dude that's doing 25 years for stealing billions. But I said he was on the Tucker Carlson show and he was talking about how him and Diddy was in the same cell, and so he said Diddy was kind and this and that. And see, I ain't talking about this on the earlier show. This is the lunchtime show. We just talk about the speculation of it. I said to myself, man, Diddy talking to him, trying to get some information. Diddy gonna be putting some crypto stuff together. Watch, at some way, form, or fashion. Because Diddy ain't got nobody he can talk to. He in there with somebody who put together hundreds of billions or whatever the crazy number is. You know Diddy is trying to get some type of, especially the way he need to figure out another way to make money. I was thinking that. I was like, I bet you Diddy is asking him a million questions about crypto. What else he got to do?
So is Sam out of jail now?
Huh?
Is Sam out of jail?
No, he got 25 years.
Oh, he got 25 years. Oh,
yeah, you ain't familiar with the story?
No, I remember Sam getting caught up on the crypto, but I didn't know like if he had already went to jail, got out. I mean, because that was when he went to jail. It wasn't too long ago though, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. No, it wasn't too long ago. No, this recent. Yeah, this recent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, they thought he was the Mark Zuckerberg of crypto, but he turned out to be the Bernie Madoff of crypto.
Right. I remember. Yeah, bro. I agree. I mean, if I was Diddy, I probably would be doing the same thing, to be honest with you. Especially, Diddy, he knew before he went in how, crypto had made some millionaires, some billionaires. So yeah, he probably was in there wearing Sam ear out, man, and probably done already made some plays behind, Sam's information that he received while they were cellmates. Diddy probably done already put the play in, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, ain't nobody like Diddy gonna be in no close quarters, especially in the situation he in with no dude like that done ran through that kind of money, especially through crypto. Because I know that's something Diddy probably didn't know much about, or because he wasn't really into. You didn't see him talking about it, and so especially when you ain't got but much to choose from anyway, as far as whoever he around, I know he trying to get all the business and information he can from dude. Like they say, Diddy groomed him. Hey, see now Diddy name so bad. You can't. Hey, look. Anything Diddy do it's tied to some bullshit. Hey, look. They said Diddy being kind. Yeah, Diddy groomed. That's why he being kind.
Yeah. And Sam wasn't like the manliest of men. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of reserved and.
Right,
Diddy
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the perfect type. Yeah, you're right. Greg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Diddy probably was in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Cellmates? I wonder how long that actually are they cellmates now or they were cellmates?
No, they cellmates now, like currently, and I guess it's been for a while. From the Tucker Carlson interview, he was
wow.
he was speaking as if he sees him a lot. You know what I mean? He wasn't really speaking like it was in passing. He was speaking like they in the same, because it's just all the high profile people or whatever, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So
Man, Diddy wearing that man's ear out, bro.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know Diddy. I like, as soon as he wake up, hey, look, as soon as he open his eyes, Diddy like this.
Right.
Like, let me brush my teeth first. I know he is, just like you said, girl. He wearing his ear out. Dude over there trying to eat. Soon as he finish the last drop. Hey man, can I get a Diddy? What about the coin? Hey, worry about your case, Diddy. You talk too much. If I get 100, how long it take me to make 100 million on the
right?
Diddy. Can you? Hey look, Sam gonna be like, man, put me out there with the General Pop and all the crazy.
Let me go to General Pop. This is just too much.
Put me in General Pop. Ain't be no worse than this. Diddling all over my shoulder with a new get rich scheme of crypto. If I come out with a coin and I get a coin, I put 5 million. I don't know, Diddy. Damn. I'm talking 25 years.
That's hilarious, bro.
I got 25 years and I got this dude breathing on my neck like a freaking hawk, asking me about crypto. 25 years, it might not even be no damn crypto. Leave me alone, Diddy. Y'all called it out, though. That's what I was trying to get to. That's the point I was trying to make. Nah, he ain't just he is wearing his ear out because of what you said. Not only just who he is, but he seemed like a guy that's like laid back and not gonna speak up for himself. You know what I mean? Like when me or you or anybody in this chat would be like, Diddy, if you don't get the hell out of my face about that damn crypto, you know, he ain't gonna say it no more. But Sam seemed like he'll just keep keep answering this question. And Diddy is gonna you give Diddy a inch, he gonna take 1,000,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? So
the only thing I could see though is that Sam also seems like the type that likes to talk, you know, just so he can hear himself too. So it might be a match made in heaven, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see that too.
Mm-hmm.
If Diddy let him talk. You know, Diddy the type come to you for help and talk more than you.
Right.
The hell you ain't me for you talking more than me. That's how the diddler is. But yeah, and Sam, he's like, man, leave me alone, Diddy. Diddy, you too much. But hey, look, Sam will have to just give Diddy his ear. Look, man,
yeah,
here,
just
take this with you, man.
To
yeah, just hand it to him. Hey, take this with you, man. You can do all the talking you want to do and ask all the questions, but damn. Y'all know Diddy, listen, y'all know Diddy in jail is annoying as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know it. Imagine, because he ain't got the millions, he ain't got the Beijing and all that, but he still think he Diddy. I would not want to be locked up with no damn Diddy.
No,
I would not want to. You know he talking and then he like, bro, you in here with the rest of us, man. We ain't mesmerized by that Diddy magic. You an inmate just like us.
And then on top of it, you know what I'm saying? If they say he is, you know, as freaky as they say he is, you know, Sam might be in there, you know, trying to protect himself from something else too. You know what I'm saying? So Sam might be in there under a whole bunch of pressure. Pressure for crypto and pressure for, you know.
Imagine you Sam, Greg, right?
Right.
With all the stuff you hearing and you hear Mohawk Diddy say, Oh, Sam, I was just thinking about you, man. I want to talk about this crypto. Can I get you a drink? If you Sam, what do you do? Because Sam don't want to speak up for himself. Did he just offered you a drink? You gonna make a man say no, or you gonna take the drink? And Diddy gonna watch you and see if you drink it, because he know all the stories that's out there. So he watching you see if you gonna drink it, because he know you probably not. What do you do, Greg, if you Sam?
You think Diddy got the magic potion up in the joint, man?
Would you drink a Diddy? If Diddy gave you something to drink, would
man,
you drink
I would slap that ish out of Diddy head so crazy.
So why you asking me is the magic potion in there? Look, just the 2% chance that is in there is enough. I wouldn't take the drink. But Sam might feel like he got to take the drink because he
well, if he do, Sam better buckle up. That's all I'm saying. Because when he wake up, he ain't gonna be the same.
Hey, can I get you a drink, Sam? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
man. What's up, man? What's the next story? Because Diddy, man, when I go to the trial, Diddy gonna try to put hands on me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be back there like this.
You got to have the whole like the youngins with the whole ski mask on.
I'm like, Diddy, don't. Hell yeah, I do got to go in there with the ski mask flow. We got to come up with a whole new identity. If you see somebody with a shirt on and a ski mask, it's me, y'all. I don't want to be fighting Diddy in the courtroom because I done called him Mohawk Diddy and everybody calling him that now. Well, you did have a Mohawk, Diddy. Don't be mad at me.
Right.
You had the Mohawk running marathons and shit, not me.
Man. So yeah, man. Bro, did you talk about the Texas shooting?
No, not at all. I'm glad you could fill us in, man. I ain't get to talk about it at all.
All right. So the police in Forest Hill, Texas, have identified the suspects in the fatal shooting of rapper G Money, Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter. Officials are now searching for 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell. On March 3rd, Texas rapper G Money, Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter were shot to death. According to TMZ, law enforcement sources told them that an altercation erupted around 10:45 at a car wash in Forest Hill, a suburb of Fort Worth. According to TMZ, the rapper's videographer, Mellow Vision, said the father-daughter duo was celebrating her birthday. Mello said Ronnie, born Ronnie Sibley, was out late on March 2nd and woke up early to try and spend time with his daughter, Romani Sibley, on the morning of the 3rd. Sadly, they were both gunned down. TMZ also obtained leaked videos of the incident. In the footage, the gunmen are seen chasing Ronnie around the car wash. He is eventually seen lying dead on the ground near a red car. After the gunfire, police said the suspects ran back to their vehicle and sped off. Police officers were alerted to the incident and arrived at the scene minutes later. Once there, officers attempted to save Ronnie and his daughter, but they both were pronounced dead. As of May 5th, police have identified 2 suspects in the fatal shooting. And elsewhere, Shaman Jones, the mother of Ronnie's daughter, was also forced to set up an official GoFundMe link after noticing scammers were trying to profit off of his and his daughter's death. Bro, I mean, it's just maddening for somebody to have that much hate in their hearts where they're mad at an individual, and because the individual has their child with them, typically most folks unalive the person and and don't do anything to the child. For these two individuals that they're allegedly saying did this, to do that, man, when they find them, bro, it needs to be the highest level of punishment issued to these individuals, because it just don't make no sense. The child had nothing to do with whatever was going on, and you're gonna just unalive the child and on her birthday, bro.
On her birthday, a child, yeah, man.
Like, who raised these individuals to be out here in the world with that level of cruelty in their hearts, man? It's just unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe it. I saw the actual video. It was
Oh,
sickening.
did you?
Yes, bro. It was sickening. It was just sickening. Yeah, it was sickening.
I ain't see the video. That's crazy.
So yeah, they on the run, I guess, man. And you know, I cannot wait until the news flash come across all the everything saying that they got these guys in custody, man. Because for them to unalive a 5-year-old, I mean, for them to unalive anybody, but for them to literally look in a 5-year-old eye and just unalive her and go on about their business, it's got to be it's got to be a such thing as demons. It's got to be.
I believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing that can explain that.
Yeah, bro. So we'll keep our eyes open on that, man. I mean, that was just sad. And
Definitely.
you know, hopefully they get caught like as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had talked about this a little bit, and I'm just, you know, I'm a member of a fraternity, and you know, although I'm a member, I'm not gonna just bury the story of what actually happened. I'm not a member of this particular fraternity, but I'm a member of a fraternity. But you know, we reported on the story about the college student, Caleb Wilson, who was 20, who sadly passed away after he was punched in the chest during an off-campus pledging ritual with the fraternity Omega Psi Phi. Well, one man is currently in police custody in connection. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, in connection with the incident. According to WAFB, Caleb McCrae, a former Southern University student and member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, has been arrested. He has been hit with 2 charges: criminal hazing and manslaughter. Manslaughter carries the most serious consequences of up to 40 years in prison upon a conviction. And as previously mentioned, this incident happened on February 27th during the off-campus pledging ritual. McCrae punched Wilson in the chest to the point it made him collapse. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. So yeah, man. Let me just kind of say this about that. You know, when you put yourself in these kind of situations and this is the actual outcome, all justice that needs to come should come. You know, you can't, you know, when you send your child to college, you know, of course you want them to, you know, experience whatever it is that they, you know, truly and want to experience while they there. That's what college is about. You know, and one of the main things on college campuses is fraternities and sororities, whether it's a HBCU or it's a, you know, a predominantly, you know, white university. You know, those organizations are available, you know, for you if that's something that you want to be a part of. You know, and what ends up happening is, depending on where you are, you know, the old school, you know, rituals of pledging still exist, unfortunately, right?
Okay.
And you know, these organizations are great organizations, and it take, you know, when organizations are so big, you're going to always have some rotten apples within that organization, no matter what it is, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes these rotten apples end up, you know, putting these organizations into these types of situations where, you know, individual people who are trying to join the individual end up getting hurt, end up being unalive. And it's just so unfortunate, man. But what I do like is they're holding whoever was involved accountable, because they need to be held accountable, because now this young man, you know, is no longer here. The family members, you know, everybody, no one wins, you know, when this happens. The
Nobody.
community
Right.
loses, the university loses, the organization loses, the, you know, the young men who were trying to be a part of this particular organization loses, you know. So it's just a loss all across the board, and it's
Yeah.
so unfortunate. But it's fortunate that they did find out who did it, because a lot of times, you know, people stay mum. They don't want to, you know, talk. They don't want to say anything. But in this case, someone said something, and now they're holding this individual accountable. And I like it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of and I like it, and I like it.com just dropped. Check out the website, got a lot of good stuff on there. Greg worked his butt off to get everything posted on there and uploaded, and everything was good. Shan made some great designs, and go check out the website, get you some merch. We got a nice deal on the t-shirt and the hoodies going on. We extended it from just Friday. Greg sent out the email. Some of the emails looked a little crazy, like a crossword puzzle, but
Yeah.
you know, this technology, it happens. But we're gonna extend the sale all the way to Monday. Get your hoodie now. They 10 to 15, 5, 10, $15 off, $5, $10 off the t-shirts. Go check us out. And I don't like it.com. I do our own commercials. We self-sufficient. We do our own, we got our own commercials, Greg. Back to you,
Absolutely.
buddy.
So yeah, man, that was some sad news. So did you see, man, we was just talking about Elon need to go sit his butt down somewhere, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think, man, it's almost like God don't like ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you out here acting ugly, he finds a way to make you have to go sit your little ass down somewhere. So the FAA temporarily halted air traffic at 4 different Florida airports as the SpaceX Starship exploded again, making the second failed launch in a row this year alone. SpaceX reportedly lost contact with spacecraft minutes after takeoff, resulting in explosion being seen from Florida to the Bahamas. Bro, Elon, man, man,
This
I'm
is
all,
truth teller.
bro. I think Elon might be done at the rate that he's going. Man, this time next year we might be looking at Elon in a whole different light, if not before then.
Yep.
Because You know what I'm saying? The stock is plummeting. You know, cars is being, you know, vandalized all over the country. People are not even wanting to be seen, you know, in a Tesla. And check this out, bro. I read this. This is the killer right here. Okay, so Elon Musk has utilized a financial strategy where he borrows funds using his Tesla shares as collateral, right? This approach allows him to access substantial capital without liquidating his stock holdings. However, this method carries inherited risk. If Tesla stock values decline significantly, the value of the collateral decreases, potentially triggering a margin call. In such scenarios, Elon Musk must be required to provide additional collateral or repay portions of the loan to maintain the agreed loan to value ratio. For instances, in 2022, he secured a 12.5 billion personal loan backed by 62.5 billion worth of Tesla stock, illustrating the scale and risk associated with such leveraged positions. So if his stock continues to go down, they're going to start calling his loans. And if that happens, it's a wrap, bro.
Oh, it's a wrap.
If that happens, bro, it is a wrap. And what I'm starting to see, Elon is kind of a little quiet compared to how he was just a month ago. And the reason
I know ain't nobody loving him more than me. That's why I'm quiet. Go ahead.
And being that that's the case, man, I'm suspecting that his business is in a disarray. And despite all this stuff that he's supposed to be doing for the president, he can't even probably focus on that anymore because he's literally looking at his fortune dwindle every single day, bro. Because his stocks are, with spaceships crashing, blowing up, everybody hating or scared to drive Teslas because they don't know what might happen while they're driving. I was watching something on, and they were at Mardi Gras, or somewhere they were at, and Tesla trucks was like driving through the crowd. Man, they like individual folks was driving their Tesla trucks through the crowds, you know, like people were, you know how cars, different kind of cars, just some main street cars just going through the traffic. Man, they was throwing everything they could get their hands on at these people's Tesla trucks. I mean, bottles, cans, bats, beads, anything they could put their hands on, they were launching them at these vehicles, man. So it's crazy how, you know, in one breath, less than 3 months ago, you know, this man was the toast of the town. And he stuck his toes into politics. And now he's you know, his business is sinking. He's, you know, looked upon as probably one of the you know, most hated men in America right now. And it's all because he came from up under his rock and put his feet in the world of politics, man. If you ain't ready to be in politics, folks, stay as far away from it as you possibly can, because it's not a game. People act like politics is a game. People have been executed behind politics. Wars have been created behind politics. You can't play with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not to be played with, man. And he finding out the hard way.
And we talked about this. I read that same info yesterday about Elon Musk and the how he used money that he leveraging against stocks and all that. And it's crazy. And then what people don't realize, and I didn't realize until I got that information you just read, was that when you rich or wealthy in that way, it can go both ways. It can go up fast and down fast. You know what I'm saying? Like as quick as you went to 300 billion, you can go down to 2 billion or less. And it's funny because I was saying this so long. When I was saying it, remember, like you said, he was the toast of the town. I had people get mad at me left and right. But see, that's why I don't get caught up in that, because first of all, I've been doing this a long time. I had a million cases. 90% of the time, I know what I'm talking about because it's pretty obvious to me. Like I said, I didn't have to know what Elon was really trying to do. I knew the way he was going about it was a problem. And people don't understand how you go about it is just as important, if not more important, than whatever the fucking result, whatever you're trying to do. That even happen in everyday life. Sometimes you might be trying to help somebody, but if you go about it the wrong way, they're going to tell you to keep your help. You have to do things properly. And like you say, if you're going to be in politics, you for sure have to do things properly. So if you were going to come in investigating the whole system and calling them out and doing this and doing that and running around with the Doge, you could have did it. You could have just did it a whole different way. You came in like a gorilla, like gorilla in the game. Like you just, it's like you come across as a bully, or you come across as like you strong arm or something. That just not gonna ever read well to the public. The public in general don't like bullies. In general, you know what I mean? So it's just funny to me. I've been thinking about all the people who was trying to give me flack for calling out Elon, calling about how he was moving, even calling out that Tesla, people were starting to not like Tesla, and then that was going to tear him up. I think I talked about this yesterday. A few months ago, before everybody started talking about it, I said it, and I had people telling me, man, that's just Tesla. He got Starlink. He got this, he got that. And I just said, all right, man, I ain't going to argue with you. I'm saying, yeah, he can have a million things, but Tesla is driving that boat. Tesla is the bus driver. You know what I'm saying? Tesla is driving everything else. So my whole point was, if people start boycotting Tesla, he through. And if he ain't through, he gonna have to change up whatever he's doing. And here we are. And guess what? All those Elon defenders, I ain't seen them anywhere. I ain't seen them in my inbox. I ain't seen them in my comments. I ain't seen them in the fan mail. Where did they go? Why they can't come back and just say, Flo, you was right when I was dogging you and saying that you ain't know what you was talking about and blah, blah, blah. Where they at? They gone. And that's usually how it goes. But I saw it coming, and I'm just glad to see more of the world is catching up with me on this Elon mess. Like I said from the beginning, I wasn't going after Elon just to be going after him. I had bought a Tesla. I was one of his big supporters as far as him innovating in the electric cars and the this and the that. I went out and signed on the dotted line and got one. So I don't come out just because I want to hate on somebody or I don't like somebody, so now I'm just trying to dog them in the news. I don't move like that. I ain't have no problem with Elon. But when Elon came into whatever this position he got, and the way he started moving, it didn't matter to me if it was Elon Musk or anybody. Anybody that would come into the White House, you ain't the president, you moving and doing too much and saying too much. I would have a problem with anybody that do that. That's just not how you doing too much. Like I said, like we were saying, bottom line, when you start doing too much, you're gonna reap what you sow. And that's where he at right now. And that's why, like you said, his ass done got a little quiet now. And I want somebody to confirm this. I was on Instagram and I kind of, you know how you scroll by accident, and so I lost the whole story. But I saw something about, was they saying that Trump was taking some of Elon's power away in Doge or something like that? Because I was really gonna talk about that Monday if that's the case, but I couldn't find the story. So if anybody could confirm that or let me know if you heard that, or did you hear that too, Greg?
No, but it's coming. If it, you know, because
I think I saw it.
It either is coming.
Like you said, if not, it's coming if it ain't.
And you got to remember, bro, a lot of times, and this is where Elon and a lot of people that get involved with Trump, is that number one, he's only for self, right?
Right.
He'll use you up, and then when you add no more value, then you end up becoming what you end up becoming, in jail, persecuted, and in this case with Elon, I think where he went wrong, you said you touched on it a little bit. Once he came into this position, he should have just got to work with his head down, delivered the goods, and he could have rolled off into the sun as a hero. Head down, deliver the goods, ride off into the sun as a hero. You came in, you got rid of all the waste, abuse, fraud. You did it in a way where you wasn't being boisterous about it. You wasn't, these are people's lives that you're taking these jobs from. These people got families, and they've been at these jobs for years and years and years. And then here you come, or here y'all come, and you the one who around here as the poster boy for taking American good jobs. Man, you ain't. You are fried. People will never forgive you for what you have done to all of these. Thousands of families, bro. Where I used to live at, where my sons and them still live at, Prince George's County, one of the wealthiest counties for Black people in America. And most of those people that lived in those counties worked at the government. These counties, these suburbs, these communities are about to be wiped out. You talking about taking 6-figure jobs, 2-family household, both working at, you talking $200,000, $300,000 households that's down to unemployment now. You know what I'm saying? How do you, and you're doing it in the way where you're all on stage. Did you see the one he had the chainsaw? He was on stage representing cutting jobs. He had the big chainsaw, the chain.
No, I ain't see that.
Yes, man. He was at one of those Republican conferences that they have every year. And he basically came on stage with a huge chainsaw and was once again bragging about cutting jobs at the government. And he had the actual chainsaw. He was playing, because what they do, they try to take on the personality of their leader, the president. They all try to take on that personality, be, brash, say what you want to say. And they don't really understand that he basically, fell into that position to be able to do that. And no, they don't respect anybody else that tries to mimic it. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to mimic it. So he got the people on that side mad at him. And then he got pretty much America now mad at him. So unless he can do some, knee bending, a PR campaign apologizing.
Come back
He's
with his hat in
almost
his
out of
hand.
here, bro.
You saying, Greg, you need to come to the public with his hat in his hand? You know,
You're
you
gonna have
got
to
your hat
do
in his hand kind of squished up, and you just come as your humblest self.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it either.
No, I don't think he got it.
Either.
The only way I can see him having it is if these stocks keep plummeting, and then because you made another good point when you was just talking. We didn't seen them go to the top, stocks killing it, they're billionaires, and then next thing you know, they fumble the bag, fumble the ball, whatever expression you want to use. And then next thing you know, it don't take much. Only thing it takes is people selling off their stock, which they're doing daily. His stock's probably down almost 50-60% now, bro. So it's heading to the basement as we speak. You know, we look up 2 months from now and it could be in the basement and all his huh?
No, I said right. No, right. That's what people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize it could be it could be nobody on earth want a Tesla at some point. Right. It happens like that. Yeah, it could get to the point where you selling a couple thousand of them in a year.
Yeah.
Instead of hundreds and thousands and millions, you know.
And
he playing a dangerous game, ain't he, Greg?
He playing because he's not liquid. He's paper.
Right.
He's a paper billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He got some millions liquid, especially by now, you know, but all that could be wiped out because if they wipe out the stock and his paper billions go to little of nothing, then at that point, if he does have liquid, it has to step in and take over his life, which he probably lives such a crazy lifestyle that'll get ate up so quick. And then, you know, at that point, ain't no coming back.
Right.
Ain't no coming back, man. So we'll keep our eyes open on Elon, but from what I could tell, he was in the news every day. And for like the past 2 weeks, he's been extremely quiet over there. Extremely quiet. He was at the address. The president pointed Doge and then pointed at him. But as soon as they pointed at him, everybody in pretty much, I know all the Democrats, man, they almost booed him so hard they probably lost their voice booing so hard. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We'll see what's happening. And that's really, man, that's pretty much it. You
got through all Greg's hot topics.
Well, just about. I know you seen they didn't, president once again, signing a check he can't cash. He didn't, lifted the tariffs on most goods, for a month. You know what I'm saying? He just come out windmilling, and then next thing you know, he get that left right jab, stiff jab. He had to go reevaluate himself. Canada, China was like, man, we ready to go. Any kind of war you want to go, we ready.
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't want to hear that from China. They got too much technology. I'm scared of China.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I'm scared of China, Greg.
Yeah,
they got too much technology,
they too be scared of. And they hold. Here's the other part about China that don't nobody really talk about. They hold all our debt. They the biggest buyer of our paper in the world. If they stop buying our treasuries and bonds, man, we'll be in trouble, bro. We'll be in trouble. So yeah, we better reevaluate. I'm glad he had enough sense to say, all right, let me think this through a little bit more. I know I was talking crazy and saying this and saying that like I always do, but let me go back to the table on this one, because they can make things ugly over here for us. But that's it, man. I had something else about Ohio, but I'll save it for later. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to throw water on the Ohio, you know, parade. You just had LeBron, you know, do his man things. I don't want to say too much more about Ohio. I'm gonna just leave it at LeBron being man. Yeah, we'll save it for Monday.
So we got a cliffhanger for y'all. What the hell was on that paper that Greg was talking about? We'll know Monday. Hey, we just launched our merch store. We celebrating. Go get your andidon'tLikeIt.com gear. Go to andidon'tLikeIt.com. Get you a hoodie, get you a tee, get you a coffee mug, get you a tote bag, get you something. It don't matter. Whatever you want, we got it. I think we even got mouse pads. No, but it's all good. Y'all enjoy your weekend. We're gonna get out of here. Let's get them.
You still celebrating?
A little bit, yeah. I'm celebrating. As long as I'm vibing, I'm celebrating. So I'm good. I actually went out. If you remember, I went out with the guys and had a nice time over the weekend. So I kind of did mine a little early.
Okay.
And then, man, just getting everything together. I had a ball yesterday, and everything is so together. I'm happy. My birthday. Hey, I couldn't ask for a better birthday.
That's what's up.
So I appreciate it. But we about to get out of here. I love y'all. See y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend. See y'all Monday at 7:30 a.m. But this time it's gonna be the real 7:30 for me because they done moved the time back and all that. So I don't got that hour cushion no more, y'all. So bear with me.